Good afternoon, Jenny.
Good afternoon, Manos. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too, Jenny. After all, I'm just following up with the phone meeting that we had
Yes.
last week,
Thank you.
and I'm glad that you are here now, and we can discuss some of your finances.
Yeah, I'm glad I'm to be here as well.
Right, Jenny. First, I would like to know about your important financial considerations that you think.
Well, I think, as I mentioned on the phone, the reason I wanted to come and see you is because I'm thinking about retirement. I'm 50 now, and I'd really like to be able to retire at 60.
Mm-hmm.
So I need to know from you whether that's going to be possible given my circumstances, and if there's anything I need to do between now and then to be able to get to that point.
Okay. Paint me a picture about your financial changes that that you are expecting and you want to plan for, Jenny.
Well, I've got 10 years to go, and in that 10 years I've got to pay off a mortgage, and I've got another small loan, but I don't really have that much savings except for a superannuation that I have from my work because I'm a teacher.
Mm-hmm.
So I just need to know if the superannuation will be enough, because I understand that I probably won't get a old age pension, well, certainly not till into my 60s anyhow.
Yeah.
So I just need some sort of a plan really to see if I could achieve that.
Okay. Explain to me about how do you make financial and investment decisions at the moment in time?
Okay, well, not very well, which is why I think it's important to see you. I've never ever been very much into managing finances, so although I'm quite good at not getting into debt.
Mm-hmm.
But basically it's really not very much planning involved, and just at the end of each month, after I've paid everything off, if I've got a little bit left over, I try to put it in the bank,
Mm-hmm.
look for a higher interest rate, and put a little bit into a term deposit, but nothing really structured. So that's really all I do, to be honest.
Okay. How do you see yourself in financially and personally in 2 to 5 years of time?
Well, probably 5 years is probably better that I can really think about, is because my mortgage finishes in 5 years' time. So at this point in time, I don't have a great deal of money left over, so really it goes into the mortgage.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, I'll have that period of time between 55 and 60
Mm-hmm.
where I'll have that extra money left over. So I'm looking forward to paying that debt off and then seeing where I can go with what I've got.
Okay. How about your income sources, Jenny? How would you like to explain to me that?
Well, as I said, I'm a teacher, so I get a good salary, so I earn about $90,000 a year from that. A little tiny bit of interest from my bank deposits, and I've got I have part ownership with a small unit with my brothers. We were left a flat when my mum died, and so that generates about $7,000 a year, I suppose. So that is a good little extra bit of money.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, that's the only income that I have.
Okay. How about your non-financial goals that you have?
You mean things that I like to do, things that I want to do?
Yeah. Like there was a client this morning, and she was talking. She had a non-financial objective of going on a caravan around Australia for 2 years or so.
I get
Go this year, come back next year, and do something like that.
Okay. Well, I don't have any plans to take time out of work, but I do like to travel, and I'm very much into cooking, and I like to do courses and things. I'm pretty active, I like to get out and see people and do things and exercise and swim and those sort of things. And I do spend a lot of time with my family.
Yeah.
And you were asking about financial things in a previous question. I just remembered I've got one daughter left who hasn't got married, and so between now and I turn 60, I imagine, because she's actually been going out with a boy for a long time, that I might have to contribute to a wedding. So that might be one big thing that I have to think about that's going to be a consideration
Uh,
between now and then.
Okay, that's pretty good. Do you have any insurance policies, Jenny?
Yes, I've got lots of insurance. I've got all the insurances that I would need to. I'm very cautious like that. I've got house insurance, car insurance, contents, travel insurance, and I think there's life insurance is attached to my superannuation. So I think I've got all bases covered there. Yeah, I'm pretty careful with things like that.
That's very good to be careful like that.
Yeah.
Jenny. Presently, are there any outstanding debt that need regular repayments, Jenny?
Yes, as I said, there's the mortgage,
Yeah,
and that's about. Do you want to know how much those mortgages and that are?
yeah. Well,
Yeah. So the mortgage, I think I pay about $1,980 a month,
yeah.
but that's finished in 5 years.
Okay.
And I've got a small car loan of about $450 a month, and that goes for another 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
And I do have credit cards,
Mm-hmm.
but I always pay them back within the month. So I don't really have a debt on those. I kind of use the bank rather than them using me.
Yeah.
But that's the only debts I have. Yeah.
Okay. Jenny, do you plan that your superannuation is? Do you take superannuation as a income? Sorry, do you plan superannuation as a source of saving for retirement, or do you think you're going to invest in some shares? Or
No. Oh, Manus, I don't know anything about shares. No. I'm so grateful that I've got that superannuation fund because it's been done for me. So no, I've only got the superannuation fund and just that. As I say, if I've got a little bit of leftover money, I'm not very good at taking risks, so I probably wouldn't be interested in shares or anything like that. So, but yes, superannuation is my main form of income, and I imagine when I retire that will be the and that small unit, but that could get sold anytime. I'm not even depending on that.
Okay. Jenny, one last thing I would like to ask you, like, what would you like to accomplish through this meeting?
Well, as I said to you, I'm not very good at doing this planning, so I would really appreciate some sort of for you to come up with some sort of plan for me, so that between now and when I retire, I'm doing, making my income or whatever I've got left of my income to work efficiently for me, so that I might be able to save some extra, and also for you to look at, what my projections would be with the superannuation that I've got for when I do retire, and whether you think it is a feasible thing to do.
Right, that's it for today, Jenny. Thank you so much for coming down, and I'll provide you with a statement of advice electronically and by post as a hard copy. And hopefully you have a great weekend.
Thank
and,
you.
We'll follow up on this meeting soon.
Okay, I look forward to getting that, Manos. Thank you very
Thank
much
you
for
so
your
much,
time.
Jenny.
Thank you.
Thank you.